Hey guys, I am Abhijit and today I am presenting the third episode of Basics of Medical Science, and in this episode I will be covering the epithelial and connective tissue. So first let us understand the definition of the tissue. A group of similar type of cells are called tissue and the space between these cells are called intercellular space. This space is filled with certain materials and those are called intercellular matrix. These cells are held together with the help of a protein molecule which are called cell adhesion molecule, and they are found at the junction of these cells. Now in my previous episode I talked about a building is made up of brick, sand and cement and iron structure. So the building bricks can be compared with the cell. This sand and cement here can be compared with the intercellular matrix, which actually holds the cells together. Now there are four different types of tissues. They are called as epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscle tissue and nerve tissue. In this episode, we will understand the definition of the epithelial tissue and connective tissue. In epithelial tissues, cells are more as compared to the intercellular matrix. So the definition, if you look, the epithelial tissue cells are very closely packed with minimum amount of intercellular space. So obviously the intercellular matrix will be also less. These epithelial tissues are found mainly in the covering of the body surface, whether it is internal covering or external covering. As a covering, epithelial tissues, it offers the protection to the different organ. Epithelial tissues are also found in the gland, from where the secretion of the glands that takes place. Epithelial tissues are found in the innermost lining of the gastrointestinal tract, where from the nutrients or the nutrition they get absorbed into our body. There are two types of epithelial tissue. One is simple epithelium and another is the stratified epithelium. In simple epithelium, there is a single layer of the epithelium, whereas in the stratified epithelium, there are multiple layers of the epithelium. Stratified epithelium are also called as the compound epithelium. Let us take few examples of these epithelial tissues. As you can see here, the innermost lining of the lung, that is made up of the simple epithelium. Similarly, kidney and the GI tract innermost layer is also simple epithelium. Whereas in the trachea, the air pipe is also made up of the compound epithelium, and esophagus, that is the food pipe, is also made up of the compound epithelium. Now with this, let us look at the connective tissue. In connective tissue, cells are fewer as compared to there is a high amount of intercellular matrix. So in connective tissue, unlike epithelial tissue, there is a large amount of extracellular matrix, and these cells are embedded on this huge amount of matrix. The example that can be taken as either blood or bone. These are the connective tissue. The connective tissue binds various tissues together, like skin with the muscles and muscles with the bone. Connective tissues are also supportive tissue responsible for the shape and framework of the body. Now let us take some more examples of the connective tissue. In the ligament, which holds two bones together, they are made up of the fibrous connective tissue. Cartilage, which are found at the end of the bone, that is also made up of the connective tissue. Bone itself is a connective tissue. Blood is a connective tissue. Then adipose tissue, which contains lot of fats, and they are also connective tissue, and there are loose connective tissue which are found below the skin. So if you have any question, you can reach me at abhijitdas61@gmail.com. With this, I am Abhijit signing out till we meet in the next episode.